Has the GoPro ended Ben Foster's Watford career? Well, the simple answer is no. But Ben's career may have changed, and here's why. This is Ben Foster's second term at Watford, and on both occasions he was welcomed by a mature goalkeeper who acted as his competition, his friend, his mentor, and in some cases his coach. In 2005-2006, Alec Chamberlain formed a bond with Foster, who immediately won back-to-back Player of the Season awards. When he returned in 2019, Foster, Aurelio Gomez and Daniel Bachmann formed a very close goalkeeping trio who trained together and drove each other on. The closeness was shown when, having got to the FA Cup final with Gomez having played in all of the cup games to that point, Ben Foster was asked if he would be selected for the final. His answer was emphatic. This season started with Foster as number one, and whilst his performances were good, there were some signs of weaknesses creeping into his game. In the last 3 to 4 seasons, and with a rule change allowing teammates into the penalty area for goal kicks, the onus on goalkeepers has been on providing an ability to be an extra outfielder. Teams at the top have brought in goalkeepers more comfortable with the ball at their feet, the most obvious examples being the Brazilian pair, Alisson and Ederson at Liverpool and Manchester City respectively. This has never been Foster's game. In fact, in 2006, his long ball, his long pass and his distribution was a considerable weapon which A.D. Boothroyd used to initially very good effect. However, Bachmann's shorter passing game has proven better, with the ball often lofted into one of the fullbacks over the heads of the opposition strikers. Against Huddersfield Town away, the game that proved to be Vladimir Ivic's last, Foster conceded early and in a manner for which only he could really be blamed. However, if he is asked to play this way, is it also the coach's fault? Whatever the case, Bachmann appears to suit Xisco Munoz's style, and his all-round game has flourished, with him making the Austria squad for the delayed Euro 2020 tournament. Has the GoPro and the YouTube channel proved a distraction to Ben, as has been voiced on social media? We have a look at his goals to decide. The first goal away is against Reading. The ball is played into Pushkas and then it gets a deflection off the defender, which basically wrong foots Ben. No fault there. Against Blackburn, the ball came out to Brennan. He took a touch and hit it, and it flew straight into the bottom of the net. Very little Ben could do about that. He had a very good night overall, including the saving of this penalty, although inexplicably he gave the striker advice for the next penalty he was going to take. At home to Bournemouth, a painful one this, because it involved a player who should have been sent off. From the initial ball in, it's cleared. From the resultant ball in, Ben gets a punch to it when he's actually up against 3 players. We don't shut down the ball, and then both Cathcart and Chalabar drop in, playing Metham entirely onside. Again, not much Ben could do on that one, and certainly not culpable for his GoPro. Away at Wycombe, another night to forget, really, although Ben had a couple of good saves, another one good in the first half, before finally a goal coming in from a set piece. The final ball was delivered, Cabaselli lost his man, and it was powered in from 6 yards. Again, not really down to Ben. Another defending error here, with Wilmot playing a loose ball into midfield. The ball's picked up from Mowat, who hits a once-in-a-lifetime worldie into the top left-hand corner. You could possibly question Ben's positioning, but really not very much. Really not very much most goalkeepers are going to be doing about that. So we move to Stoke, and a quick set piece routine plays them in and leaves the Stoke forward with basically an easy shot from 3 yards. This is probably more of a worrying concern and a trend. A low shot into the corner, and Ben isn't as quick as he was in 2006 to get down to those. There's a number of shots that go wide. This one was probably one of the ones that really set the alarm bells ringing. The ball is played out and the Coventry player puts in a header. Now, if we look at the replay of this, when he heads the ball, we slow it down and we zoom in on Ben here. He takes a step forward. That's decision making. That one was, something that if you look at the clip afterwards, Ben is kicking himself for. He could have certainly done better than that with his own high standards. Second goal against Coventry, and again we start to see this trend occurring of balls, especially low down across goal. He very rarely ever gets beaten at his near post, and that's the goalkeeping mantra. Don't get beaten at your near post, but he is exposed at his far post. And here, Chair, I think it was, got again a tidy finish across. Not necessarily all Ben's fault, but there we are. Here we get a nasty deflection off of James Garner, who comes across trying to defend, and again doesn't really give Ben much chance there. As you can see, he comes into shot, turns his back. Nothing we're going to be doing about that one. Against Cardiff, we could say that anything in the 6-yard box, Ben should come and claim. But this is actually on the edge of the 6-yard box, and it was really a set piece that wasn't well enough defended. To be honest with you, the ball falls to Kiefer Moore, and he slams it in. Again, Ben's really not culpable of that. And it doesn't seem as though his GoPro or social media interests are giving a problem. For me, this is where it started. Ben is not going to be playing tiki-taka in his own box and was completely culpable for that goal early on against Huddersfield. Things didn't improve after Capoue put past him under no pressure whatsoever. And then we got to the nub of it. Jamal Lowe putting in a tidy finish. Ben a bit slow to get across, but then Jamal Lowe of Swansea City, who was second at the time, this was a very important game, goes and rubs it in by pointing in at the GoPro. And this was when fans really started to get annoyed about the GoPro being there. Was it because Ben was slow to get across? Was it because it gave the opposition something to go and point at? Not too sure. Second goal, ball comes in, and Ben could do a lot better. Undoubtedly, he could do a lot better. But this, for me, has echoes of West Ham the previous season, where Kiko, for all of having a great season, ducks whenever he's defending the far post, which is a bigger concern for me. If we look at the goals conceded, the goals highlighted in amber are the ones that went across Ben, which he may have considered that he could have done better on. It may be a little bit harsh, but hey, we're being harsh here. The two highlighted in red, Coventry at home and Huddersfield away, Ben will feel he did not do his best work at all, and really those shouldn't have been conceded. If we look at Ben's stats overall when compared to other goalkeepers in the Championship, in terms of the percentage of clean sheets kept, Ben was 8th, keeping 43.8% clean sheets. Daniel Bachmann got 56.5% and was the #1 player in that particular instance. When we then turn and look at number of minutes played before conceding a goal, Ben actually comes 3rd. Tim Krul is 2nd, and #1 again is Daniel Bachmann. I think it's fair to say that Daniel Bachmann now has the jersey by right and on merit. However, that doesn't mean that Ben is no longer going to be with Watford. He benefited from those mature goalkeepers, both Alec Chamberlain and Aurelio Gomez. And I would certainly envisage him acting in the same way towards Daniel Bachmann and helping him to drive on to the next level of his career. In terms of whether his social media and video work is affecting Ben Foster, I think really what we're talking about is a 38-year-old goalkeeper here who is in excellent form. We are hugely privileged to have both Daniel Bachmann and Ben Foster at the club, and I think we can go into the Premiership knowing that we're very, very well stocked in the goalkeeper department, not forgetting that at the end of this season, Pontus Dahlberg should really be coming into the fore, as I think Ben still plans to retire at the end of this coming season. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and please do subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions for us to consider on Question Time, then do drop a note in the comments. Thanks, and see you next time.